Boy, would I hate to be Jacob Gyllenhaal this weekend. Taylor Swift poured it all out for that man and her version of Red. We've got reactions from across campus for you guys today.
Yeah, that's right, Jack. We're back with the latest Hollywood news and updates.
From Hamden to Hollywood, we're your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
From Hamden to Hollywood,
we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
And we welcome you inside the broadcast studio of 125. I'm Jack Main. That's the men's soccer beat reporter Ben Kane. What a weekend it was in music. 3 new platinum albums from Bruno Mars, Juice WRLD, and of course, the re-release of Taylor Swift's Red.
That's right, Jack. Let's get right into this week's Hollywood scoop.
For the first time since before the pandemic, we had a live performance from K-Dot himself. Kendrick Lamar, the LA-based rapper, was the headliner at Las Vegas's Day in Vegas festival. 2021 was the first time since 2018 that Kendrick released any new music, though he has yet to confirm that he has a completed album awaiting in the archives. His set contained heavy doses of his hit albums Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn. He was joined on stage by fellow rapper and his cousin, Baby Keem. Top of the morning to you all. Actor Alec Baldwin has been lying low in Manchester, Vermont since he accidentally fired a pistol on the set of his movie Rust, killing one of the filmmakers. Reporters were able to track him down on the side of the road in Vermont, where he spoke in front of cameras for the first time since the shooting. Baldwin, along with his wife, answered questions with haste and repeatedly stated that he was unable to comment on the case as it was an ongoing investigation. Baldwin said he has been in constant contact with the victim's family, and he does not expect the movie to continue production.
The funkiest man alive is back. Well, yes, I am back on hashtag. I'm not talking about myself. After an almost 6-year hiatus, Bruno Mars has teamed up with Anderson .Paak to form Silk Sonic. The group announced its arrival to the world in early March of 2021 after they released their hit single, Leave the Door Open. And myself, along with everyone else, has been hooked ever since. A 7-minute crash on Spotify on Friday was not enough to stop their album from officially dropping, and revealed a 9-song set list, including 5 new songs. The album had everything from songs such as 777, which gave us old Bruno vibes, to my new favorite song, Put on a Smile, which gave Bruno the opportunity to go absolutely nuts and show us just how talented he is. Free at last, free at last. Britney Spears' conservatorship to her father, Jamie Spears, is officially over. The agreement dates back to 2008 and gave Jamie Spears control over Britney's finances, personal life, and medical decisions. The singer finally broke the silence on her conservatorship over the summer when she asked for the arrangement to be terminated. The court recently granted the request to end the conservatorship with no further medical or psychological evaluations. Although Spears was not in court that day, she later tweeted out how, quote, "I think I'm going to cry the rest of the day. Best day ever," unquote. Although the conservatorship is over, the legal battle is still on. Jamie is still under investigation for extorting Britney for money, as well as an alleged surveillance of Spears that was reported by the New York Times in a September documentary. What a week in music it was, with Juice WRLD, Silk Sonic, and of course Rick Ross all dropping on Friday. However, probably the most notable release of the week was Taylor Swift's Red, Taylor's version. Audrey Scafati is ready to break it down for you. Let's take a look.
What's up, hashtag? It's Audrey, and I'm here to give you my thoughts on Taylor Swift's re-release of Red and everything else that came with it. First, let's start off with the new music on the album. All of the new Vault songs are so good, and I cannot stop listening to them. Message in a Bottle has been playing on the radio, and it just makes me want to get up and dance. And All Too Well, the 10-minute version, is crushing charts everywhere. Everyone's listening to this song. Even though 10 minutes seems like a long time, it is not a long time for all the Swifties. Another favorite of mine is Forever Winter. Taylor perfectly captures how it feels to love someone when they can't even love themselves. It is such a beautiful song, and I highly recommend listening to it. Another song that I want to talk about is the re-recording of Girl at Home. Girl at Home used to be a country feel song, and there would be like banjos and guitars in it. The re-release of Girl at Home is very techno and pop-like. I like to think that that is what Taylor Swift originally wanted, and now we are finally getting it on Red, Taylor's version. I need to talk about this All Too Well short film. It is written and directed by Taylor Swift and starring Dylan O'Brien and Sadie Sink. It is super important to note the acting in this film. Dylan O'Brien and Sadie Sink have such great chemistry. There's a scene where the two of them are fighting, it gets heated. I was really excited watching it. They were doing a really great job. I also just want to say that I think it's crazy that Taylor Swift has reached such a point in her fame and kind of status that she can literally do whatever she wants. She wants to do a short film? Sure. Write and direct it. Why the heck not? With this 10-minute version of All Too Well, Taylor Swift has been hinting, rumoring this song for so long, and she literally served everything to us Swifties on a silver platter. Please enjoy a short clip of my initial reaction of the 10-minute version of All Too Well. I'm fine, I promise. Taylor also performed the 10-minute version of All Too Well on SNL on Saturday night. I thought that she did a great job. She was wearing her iconic red lipstick, her hair looked beautiful, she was just singing up there. She sang for 10 minutes straight. That is insane. That is just beyond me. 10 whole minutes. Red Taylor's version was released at 12 a.m. this past Friday the 12th, and like many other Swifties, I was up past 2 a.m. listening to all 30 songs on the album. I like being able to listen to this album and knowing that Taylor Swift is the one who benefits from it and that it is fully owned by her. Even if you're not a big Taylor Swift fan, I recommend going back and listening to classics like 22, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, and I Knew You Were Trouble, all Taylor's version. Because even the re-recordings sound a little bit different, and I think they sound even better. So I'm gonna go and listen to the 10-minute version of All Too Well for the 5th time this morning, but I'm gonna send it to you guys back at the desk.
Well, Ben, I have heard so many different interpretations of that album and that song that I don't even know what to believe at this point, but I can tell you T Swift is back and she is taking the music world by storm. Hey, listen, we got to step aside, but when we come back, an old face is back in the spotlight. Who is that? It's on the other side of this break. Next on #that.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfies. Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. It's here. It's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why? My. Oh.
Elementary school Jack Maine is freaking out right now because Harry Potter is making his return to relevancy. Krista Brion has more on The Boy Who Lived.
Hey it's Krista and I'm here to give you all the updates I have on the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So if you guys didn't already know, a new show is coming out on November 28th on TBS and Cartoon Network called Harry Potter Hogwarts Tournament of the Houses. This game is going to be run in a bracket style. This means that there are going to be 3 competitors for each team, and there are 4 different teams: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. This show is completely trivia based. So competitors could be asked anything from Hogwarts history to potions to spells to professors to classes to magical creatures and more. Now let's talk about the prizes, and honestly, I am already a little bit jealous of these competitors who will win. There is a $1,000 shopping spree at the Harry Potter store in New York City. The winners will also get tickets to the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Broadway show. Not only that, but they will also be able to attend an advanced screening of the new Fantastic Beasts movie, The Secrets of Dumbledore. If you're a true Harry Potter fan, then you already know that there are going to be special guest appearances from some of our favorite actors, including Tom Felton, our very own Draco Malfoy. We even have Simon Fisher-Becker, who played the Fat Friar, Luke Youngblood, who played Lee Jordan, and we even have a special guest appearance from Pete Davidson, who is an actor from Saturday Night Live. All of this will be hosted by Helen Mirren, so be sure to tune in on November 28th to TBS or Cartoon Network. Next up, we also have a Harry Potter video game coming out. This game is called Hogwarts Legacy, and it will take place in the 1800s at Hogwarts. Players will be able to create their own characters from any of the 4 houses of their choosing. This game is an open-world action roleplay game. Although Hogwarts Legacy is not directly tied to the Harry Potter plot, it is a great way for players to immerse themselves into the wizarding world in a different time period and be able to uncover secrets. Players will learn how to do spells, potions, and more. Not only will players staying within the confines of Hogwarts, they will be able to explore places like the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade. Players have control over their destiny, meaning that they can take whatever path they choose to different missions or to uncover truths. Hogwarts Legacy is scheduled to come out sometime in 2022. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am about all the things that are coming out for the Wizarding World this upcoming month and the following year. Can't wait to see what comes next. Bye, hashtag!
Thanks, Krista. Can't wait to watch that Harry Potter show. Now let's see what Connor Kohler has us in this week's trending topics.
Thanks, Ben. And before I begin, let me just say, I have a Hawaiian shirt on. You guys have Hawaiian shirt on. You guys are looking outstanding. Anywho, it's Connor Kohler here with this week's trending topics. The Star Wars universe just keeps getting bigger. The new OBI-WAN Kenobi series that is set for Disney Plus in 2022 gave fans around the world a teaser photo that includes actor Ewan McGregor continuing his role as Kenobi, with Hayden Christensen playing Darth Vader in the upcoming series. In an interview done in early May of this year on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, McGregor said that he's very excited about the series. Quote, "It's great. Great script, great people to work with. I'm having a good time." End quote. Fans of the universe have said that they are excited to watch the series, even with all the possible cameos that have been hinted at, theorized about, and questions that have been made that people want answers to. But only time will tell. Sunday night was a big night for singer-songwriter Adele. She went on CBS for an interview with Oprah Winfrey that the station called Adele One Night Only. The interview lasted for almost an hour and a half, with Winfrey highlighting her new album, the stories behind the songs, life after divorce, weight loss, and raising her son. This is the first time that Adele has produced any new music after a 6-year hiatus when she released her album called 25. And to think, all of that was a preview of her album called 30. That is set to drop this coming week. Adele wasn't the only artist to preview or release new music this weekend. Taylor Swift re-released her 2012 album with collaborations from Phoebe Bridgers, Ed Sheeran, and Chris Stapleton, just to name a few. Bruno Mars made a return to the Billboard alongside Anderson .Paak with an album called An Evening with Silk Sonic. One of my favorite songs personally to listen to has been The Smoking Out the Window. Swift and Mars highlighted the weekend, but there was also released music by Luke Combs, The Weeknd, and the one and only Beyonce. With all this new music dropping, it even had our host Jack Maine dancing at the People's United Center, and we have the clip to prove it. Now let's send it back to Ben and Jack.
What? I tweeted that out on, what was it?
I think it was Friday.
I tweeted it out on Friday when the first men's basketball game was back. That was a video that was taken my sophomore year, Mac and Maine on Twitter. Go shoot them a follow. Thanks, Connor, for letting me relive that moment. Connor, you're a lead as always. Disney Plus Day is upon us, and we have updates from the hashtag staff on what you can expect.
Hey hashtag, I'm Luca. And I'm Mason, and today we're breaking down our top 5 announcements from Disney Plus Day.
At number 5, we have X-Men 97. I'm personally very excited about this. I'm excited about the animation style. It's a reboot of the original show in 97. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we weren't around to watch the original, but I think it's a cool idea they're bringing it back, and I will be excited to see what it looks like. I'll definitely watch. At number 4, we have Welcome to Earth, which is a new National Geographic documentary series featuring Will Smith. I love nature documentaries, and Will Smith's a cool guy, so I think this could be really cool.
I have high hopes for this. Disney's got nice cameras. I'm excited to see what they have in store. Next up, we have Zootopia Plus. It's a bunch of shorts in the Zootopia world. What do you think about that?
I'm very excited. Zootopia is a great movie.
Fantastic movie.
And I'm excited for them to jump back into that world. I think this could be really funny and really good. At number 2, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. They showed us the first concept art and footage from it, and how can you not be excited about this? They're bringing back Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader and Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this is just bound to be great.
I don't know how anyone is not excited about this. I'm not even the biggest Star Wars fan, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see all these old characters come back to life. I'm excited to see the stories that come out of it.
And at number 1, we have Moon Knight. Marvel had a lot of announcements, but we chose this one as number 1. They showed the first footage from it, and it looks so interesting. I think Oscar Isaac is going to play this really well, and they're definitely exploring some mental health aspects here, and I can't wait. What about you?
It looks like a cool, dark, anything that Marvel hasn't done. It's interesting. I honestly don't know what to expect, but I expect high things from it. That's why it's at the number 1 spot. Overall, a lot of these shows kind of felt like filler. There's a huge list, but these top 5 seem very exciting, especially the top 2.
Yeah, I think Disney Plus, they could have had more announcements, especially in the Star Wars department. But everything they announced seems really cool, and I'm excited because it just seems like a lot of content is coming. Thanks for watching. I'm Mason.
And I'm Luca. Let's bring it back to the desk.
Now, Jack, I don't know about you, but personally, I can't wait for this one. One of my favorite Disney characters of all time is the sloth from Zootopia, and he just cracks me up. But anyways, stick around. We'll be right back.
Jacob Resnick's department at Q30 of #Takeover continues with the men's hockey beat reporter Ethan Look giving us a Hollywood news update. Ethan, what's popping in the 213?
Jack, Ben, great to see you guys as always. And as you can see, I'm also wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I want to make sure the people at home know this wasn't coordinated. I mean, the 4 of us, we're in the sports department. We don't know anything about coordination or communication. So that's just a given. Now, let's jump into the Hollywood news update. And to start with my stories, we'll head to New York City and Rockefeller Center. This week's edition of Saturday Night Live is making some major headlines with one of their sketches. The sketch in question took aim at Senator Ted Cruz's recent Sesame Street rant. A.D. Bryant played the role of the Texas senator, and other cast members played roles varying from politicians like Cecily Strong's portrayal of Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kyle Mooney as Big Bird spewing anti-vax rhetoric, and Pete Davidson, who took the role of Joe Rogan. Now, I want to ask you guys, did SNL maybe take this week's cold open a little too far, or was it just harmless comedy?
I mean, I don't know, Jack. I feel like SNL's been doing this for a long time, and they just keep rolling with it, and they just keep making the jokes. I don't really see anything wrong
They keep
with
pushing the buttons, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. If you can't laugh at the end of the day, then what's the point of life? Ethan, what do you think?
All right, now for my second story, we're going to stay on the topic of SNL, this time for much more lighthearted reasons. As we know, Taylor Swift was this week's musical guest on the show, and following her performance, she took to Instagram to announce actress Blake Lively will be directing Swift's next music video. Lively's directorial debut will be on Swift's song, I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor's version. In her Instagram post, Swift expressed her excitement for finally being able to work with Lively, saying, quote, "I finally got to work with the brilliant, brave, and wickedly funny Blake Lively on her directorial debut. Join us as we raise a toast and a little hell," end quote. Now guys, I'm curious to hear your reactions to Swift announcing Lively as the director for her next music video.
Has he done any music videos that I've actually seen before?
I don't think she has. It's her debut, so.
Okay, you listen, not exactly my cup of tea watching those kinds of music videos, but you know what, Taylor Swift, I did watch the short film. The short film made me feel things, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Ethan, you got another story, right?
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting move for Swift. I think it's a good idea to, give Lively a shot. I mean, no harm can come from this. It's gonna be interesting to see what she can do. But finally, we of course have to talk about the Kardashians for our final story. This time it's Kourtney taking to Instagram and sending lots of love to her favorite everything, Travis Barker, for his 46th birthday. Kourtney penned a very touching message on the post, as well as including some awesome photos of the newly engaged couple. Travis quickly responded to the post, expressing his love for his bride-to-be, saying, quote, "You're a dream come true. My soulmate, my everything, I love you," end quote. Other members of the Kardashian family wished the former Blink-182 drummer a happy birthday, including Kourtney's mom, Kris, and sister, Kim. Now, guys, I want to hear your thoughts on the new couple. They haven't been together long, but do you think it's a good match?
How many times are we gonna sit here every 4 or 5 years and think that a Kardashian's in love? I mean, I feel like that's just kind of an occurrence that happens, every few years in our lives.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not one to step in the way of true love, and if it's true love, I'll let it be. But thanks, Ethan. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
God darn, my man Ben over here putting everybody in his feels. Ben also just watched the latest season of Big Mouth, which is out now on Netflix. He reviewed it with our guy Mike, who's behind the camera right now. Let's see how that went down.
Hey guys, it's Ben and Mike here to talk to you guys about Season 5 of Big Mouth. Obviously, the hit Netflix show starring Nick Kroll and John Mulaney came out a few weeks ago, and we thought we'd talk to you guys about the biggest topics that we found when we watched the season. Mike, kick us off.
So the first thing I liked about this season of Big Mouth was the fact that the creator of the show, Nick Kroll, was in it himself. It was really interesting to see, and I can't wait to see maybe more of that from John Mulaney, maybe some other characters in the future, but it was really cool because we had Nick Kroll talk to kind of himself, because the show is based on his life, the way he lived when he was younger, so we were able to see him interact with his younger self. And yeah, it was really cool to see.
And another thing that I really liked was the first episode. The Shame Wizard was back. Obviously, in the past seasons, he's put a big part where he's kind of been in the minds of the characters, kind of making them feel bad about himself. But it seemed like in the very first episode, they kind of just got rid of that character. I can't remember where they were, but Lola was her mom's parole officer, I think, was talking to them, and he just talked about loving yourself and accepting yourself. And I thought it was a really good way to kick off the season, because it seems like a lot of the show is about self-esteem issues and stuff.
Oh,
so
definitely.
Have someone talking to the characters about just be comfortable with who you are is a really cool message to see in the show.
Really is. It really is helpful. Another great thing about this season was the amount of celebrity cameos we were able to see. We had Kumail Nanjiani play a role in, I think, the first episode. We had Hugh Jackman play himself in a really interesting way. And we also had Adam Scott from Parks and Recreation. It was really interesting to see all of them play different roles in a really kind of mature way. It was fun.
The other things that was cool about the show was the love bugs. I feel like a lot of the episodes in the previous seasons were more about crushes and just kind of physical attractions people, but the love bug kind of brought in that new dynamic of you're noticing things about people's personality that you really like. and that you want to like explore more and kind of get to know people more, which I thought was really cool and is a really different dynamic that we haven't really seen in the show much before. That's gonna do it for us. Back to you guys on the desk.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Fantastic work as always, and might I add, you're looking very dapper today. But now it's time for a game. As sports people, it may appear that me and Jack don't know too much about entertainment. However, I think we're pretty hip with the times. And to prove this, we're going to do a bit of an entertainment trivia.
Yeah, we really are hip with the times if we're using phrases like hip with the times.
Hip's a pretty groovy statement, if you ask me. It's got some funk in it.
All right. Okay, here we go. What are the names of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West kids? And, oh, nope, that's just the first question. Okay, what are the names? Do I get to answer them?
I mean, I think we buzz if we know.
Buzz if we
I'm
know.
not
okay,
gonna...
I think all right, I've got all the cardinal directions, right? So I've got north, south, east, and west. And there's definitely one named Sky, or like Chicago, or something like that. I'm gonna give 4. I don't think there's a kid called West, because West is gonna be the last name, right? So I'm thinking there's north, south, and what did I say with the last? Sky. That's what I'm going with. North, St. Chicago. Can you duck, Mike?
You did say Chicago.
Thank you. Oh, shoot. Shout out to our guy Mike behind the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, all right. We got another one.
All right, go ahead.
How many Harry Potter films are there?
8.
Oh, I was going to say that. I had a Harry Potter dream the other night, so this ties perfectly into my Harry Potter dreams.
That is amazing. Who were you? Were you yourself or were you Harry Potter?
I basically killed Dumbledore on screen, and I don't know why.
You were Snape? You were my man.
No,
Snape?
I was me. But it was a weird dream. It was a really weird dream.
All right. We need to move on from Ben's imagination here. Kristen Calvary from the hit TV show The Hills divorced her famous NFL player husband. What is his name?
I've never heard of this TV show. I'm not going to lie.
Can you scroll down on the teleprompter again real quick? Who is Kristen Calvary?
I mean,
Calverly.
The Weeknd has a song called The Hills. But that's all I know about The Hills, I'm not going to lie.
Listen, Jay Cutler, no way, boy, no way. What? Jay Cutler's been irrelevant for like 10 years, bro. R.I.P. the Bears. Duh, Bears.
All right, what is the longest running TV series?
Active or not active?
Oh.
I think it's The Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory canceled.
Well, okay, so actively? So actively, I'm going to have to go, it's probably a soap opera. It's probably some of this like guiding light stuff that you would see on NBC at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
I mean,
it's got to be a soap opera. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm going to go 60 Minutes.
What?
60 Minutes
news show?
The Simpsons.
No way. They have like 50 seasons at this point, bro. Okay, here we go.
Who is Katy Perry previously married to before Orlando Bloom? Isn't it Russell Brand?
No way. No way. I think Karina needs your phone number, bro. You're joining the entertainment department full time.
Wasn't he in the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie?
I've never heard of half these people.
I think so, but that's how I think I know this.
I've never heard of half these people. Okay, where did Britney Spears get her start in Hollywood? What show? That's what we're being told through the headset right now.
Degrassi.
I think she was in an episode of Family Guy. The Mickey Mouse Club, boy.
We're proving our intelligence right now. This is incredible.
Stop. All right. Who was the first American Idol winner? Oh, Kelly Clarkson, bro. Come on. Get that weak stuff.
I don't know. That might be cheating. I thought I heard
Is that Kelly Clarkson? Can we get a confirmation?
No way! Holy cow!
That was a total shot in the dark. I just knew she won one of them. All right, celebrations.
All right, but before we head out, we want to shout out some celeb birthdays. All of us here at Hashtag are wishing a happy 30th birthday to actress Shailene Woodley. From all of us to you, we hope it was absolutely incredible.
And we are also wishing a very happy birthday to a non-future New York Yankee, Trevor Story. MLB's most electric shortstop turns 29 today. It's also Karl Anthony Towns' birthday. He turns 26. I changed the script at the last minute. My apologies to the producers. Trevor Story, please come to Boston.
And Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns and come to Boston too. That'd be sick.
All right, but that's all we have for you on this week of Hashtag That.
Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts and download the Q30 app on the App Store to stay up to date.
I'm Ben Kane.
And I'm Jack Main. We will see you again next week.